Going, we're going to go. Going live. Okay, I don't know what that means. Anyway, some notices. All right. Being selfish, being love. Are these opposites? Are these opposites? Being selfish, being love. Are these opposites? Or is that the divide, that concept being conned and incepted into the idea of service to others and service to self, which is very popular lately and has been for a long time, with the law of one, so forth. Are they opposed? I have another video on beyond the service to self, service to others. So this morning, with the doggies, with Allie, she's been super loving, playful, bringing us her bone and toy, and she's making us laugh. Totally, we're just laughing, and she's so cute, and she's effervescing, just puppyhood kind of. Even though she's 4 years old, she's a golden retriever. You have to divide their age by 2. That's how old they really are in their puppydom. And she'll show up here in a minute. You'll see her, I'm sure, before we're done with this. So she's making Joy and I laugh. We're laughing and giggling, and then we're doing Katie Byron's thing on help. I do people need help. Is that true? Do you really know that's true? How do you feel when you think that thought? Who or what would you be without that thought? And then the turnaround. Use all the tools. This idea of needing to help others. Selfless service. Service to others. Right? I'm not making fun. I'm exaggerating a little, right? So is there a place where these two come together right now inside of me? Is there a place where service to self, being selfish, not shellfish. We don't serve shellfish on Tuesdays. Selfish, like elvish, selfish, and service to others. Is there a place where they come together? Where the two become one, when the one become the many? Yes. And then we're reminded of Joy's grandson, Trenton, years ago. He's just 3 years old. And he's running across this very room. He strips all, after we've had a hard day, because we're caught in the sweat and toil, shalt thou earn thy bread. We're working in the yard or whatever we were doing, some giant garage sale. And we're just like, oh, fucking drained. And Trenton takes all his clothes off. He's 3 years old. And there's a half an inflated ball, one of those big balls you sit on, sort of like to help your back, like an exercise ball at the gym. And he's running naked, this half inflated ball. And he throws his body, he sits on it first and notices how soft it is. He throws his body, naked little 3-year-old body, on the ball, bounces off. And he just starts giggling. He's like, oh, this is so much fun. And he makes like 10 laps around the room while all the dead adults sitting around and his sisters are watching 3-year-old free spirit become ye as little children. You will not enter the kingdom of heaven unless you become as little children. What the heck is Master Jesus talking about there? Little children, we don't want to be naive. So Trent's throwing his little naked body on the ball, bouncing off of it. And he's laughing and giggling. And the whole room starts roaring. We are fed. We are rejuvenated, us dead adults, by this innocence. Now that came back to also, I'm watching Allie, the golden retriever, playing with her bone, sharing it with us, stealing it back, playing with the other adult dogs here. And she's activating the room with her selfishness. Trenton, the little boy, is activating the room by being completely innocent, but the energy starts the laughter in us, and he loves it and thrives on it. Everyone's thriving on this hilarity, cosmic love, cosmic fountain, El Dorado of youth, of forever and ever beyond time. Now, Trenton, the little boy, is being totally selfish. He's like, I'm taking my clothes off because clothes suck. There's no thinking process, just pure innocence, right? Throws his little body. It's so funny to watch. It's like those videos you watch on YouTube where there's something funny a child or a bird or someone does, and you feel energized by watching it, unless you're a little demon troll and you're laughing at them. But if you're laughing with them, it's feeding you. They're being totally selfish or natural, unnatural, certainly in Trenton's case, completely unnatural, totally natural and naked. and we're laughing, and we all got rejuvenated. Allie, the dog, and Trenton are being totally selfish. They're doing exactly what they want. What is fun and playful and enjoyable. Her tail is wagging. She's enjoying the super bone. She's enjoying playing the game with her mom and the other dogs. She's enjoying playing with Joy and I with a bone. Is she being service to others? Is she sitting there going, what, what if little naked Trenton had come up to us and go, "Oh, Mom, I'm sorry. Did you not want me to take my clothes off or run around the room? I'll sit here and be quiet and not heard. Children should be seen, not heard." He would comply with the rules of the Matrix, but it's dead. In fact, it's annoying. If you have a child like that that's overly wanting to serve you, I don't want to break any of the rules. Doesn't it get cloying and like icky instead of spontaneous naturalness? Being selfish, finding your own self fountain of youth, play, music, poet, whatever, dance, play, garden, let your fountain express. Being selfish because it feels good to express. Musicians say the biggest rush they have is playing live, usually, most of them, unless they have some crowd phobias, which I understand. So being selfish feeds the world. Do your dream. Because once you have all the gifts from heaven, the cosmic gifts of abundance, love, unlimited energy in each one of your 7 chakras, a gift shared is more enjoyable than a gift hoarded. You naturally want to give your gifts. You want to share. Like an actor all alone or out on loan. I'm not sure how Morrison says it. Like a dog without a bone. Riders on the storm. That's the lost place. That's the divided, separated place. Like an actor all alone. If we hear it that way, the actor has no one to do the play for. When we have the inspiration in us, we want to share it. It's like me. I have to watch it so I don't overshare it. That's what I'm getting the lesson of this year, last year and a half. Stop. All right. So selfish, not shellfish, selfish. The great I am is selfish. It contacts first the kingdom of heaven within itself, its own chakras, stirs its own fountains into beautiful, flowing, effervescing, my cup runneth over. And this love radiation is the biggest service you can do to the world. Negating, denying yourself creates twisted growths, I would suggest. Now, we had this insight this morning, and then you need 10,000 more iterations of it. You remember, you forget. I get it. When I just radiate love, isn't that the greatest service you could ever do? Instead of teaching and pointing out, like I'm doing right now. It's helpful a little bit for the mind, but it needs to be descended into the chakra system and effervesced. Being love. Love being. What's a greater service than that? Babaji sits in the Himalayas and radiates love. Oneness. The gods move to the levels where they don't do active things in the world. They hold space and radiate. So be selfish this new year for now and ever, ever. Amen. True self, self with a big S. That's what I'm going to plan on doing more and more. I'm going to have so much fun and play. I hope, as long as I get through all this cleaning out my stuff. The old missed thoughts, there's a cleaning times. But once you get there and get this, and I'm relearning it, hundreds of times. It sounds trite. When you're contacted with God, how can you be the sayings that say, love your neighbor as yourself? But most of us don't love ourselves. How could you love someone else if you don't love yourself? You don't have love as a grounding foundation. We have to love ourselves first, not selfishly, not narcissistically, not sociopathically, but truly agape, love. Then when you have this love in you, it naturally shares itself. When the cloud is full, it gives, it shares the rain. This is the culprit. I'm trying not to activate her. And she's bringing me her toy. No, 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 jump. You'll knock everything over. And she brings love and joy with her toy. She's playing selfishly. She's doing exactly what she wants. And then she comes and shares it with us. Thank you, Ali, for demonstrating this. I appreciate it. Thank you, girl. Let me see it. Let me see your bone. Why are you bringing this? Just to have fun with Daddy? Thank you. I love you, baby. All right. I got to close this scenario off. Come on. Hang on just a second. Let me get out that. Thank you. All right. Be divinely selfish. Over and out. Webcasts on Sundays. Check it out. TobiasLars.com. This is what I'm into. Let's create some love fountains. There's enough shit in the world, isn't there? Let's create some love fountains in ourselves. Enjoy myself, and then my cup. Automatically, you walk into a room and people go, that fucking feels good. They're going to want to fuck you. They're going to have relationships with you. They're going to want your energy, and you're going to have to learn to manage that, which is a whole nother problem. We'll do that in another video. All right. Much love. Start with the innerbodyawakening.com to start activating this self-love, this divinity within you, this kingdom of heaven, this peace beyond understanding, that be still and know that I'm God. And I'm still relearning it. I don't know how many more times I'm going to have to do it until I get it. That's all right. Much love. More later.